Healthy aging. According to the World Health Organization, between year 2000 and 2050, the number of people aged 60 and over is expected to double. In 2050, more than 1 in 5 people will be 60 years or older. The population is aging because of the declining fertility rate. Why? Because there is access to contraception, economic development, changes in social attitude, improved education, anxiety over the future, parenting less attractive, and cost of bringing up a child. What are the consequences of an aging population? One is increased demand for health services and elderly care. Second is greater pension cost. Third is increasing dependency ratio, so greater tax burden on working population. Fourth is business opportunities, example is specialist travel services and mobility services. Next is growth in older community volunteers. Next is easier childcare as grandparents look after children. Lastly, older people stay in the job market. That is fewer opportunities for younger people. So what is healthy aging? Healthy aging as a process of maintaining functional ability to enable well-being in older age. It is adding quality to quantity so that current and future generation can reap the benefits of one of humanity's greatest achievement, that is longevity.
Yes!
There are four action areas to achieve this. One is combating ageism, that is to change how we think, feel, and act toward age and aging. Second is age-friendly environments. This is to ensure that communities foster the abilities of older people. Third is integrated care, that is to deliver person-centered integrated care and primary health services responsive to older people. And fourth is long-term care, that is provide access to long-term care for older people who need it. What are the individual factors for healthy aging? One is diet.
That one.
It should be mainly plant-based. You can apply Mediterranean diet or vegetarian diet. So what are the benefits of Mediterranean diet? One is cardiovascular risk prevention. Next is reduce cardiovascular events by 30% over 5 years. And then there is improvement in cognitive performance, and there is low risk of sarcopenia. Plus, the protective role in neuroinflammation and cellular senescence. Next factor is physical activity. This includes active lifestyle, like daily walking, gardening, and other light physical activities. You can do low furniture like multiple sitting and standing, and it is includes 150 to 300 minutes of moderate physical activity per week. This reduces risk of cardiovascular disease mortality by 23%. Regular walking significantly reduces the risk of age-related diseases and improve musculoskeletal disorders, sleep, and mental health. Physical activity reduces mobility disability by 20% in sedentary older adults, and physical activity reduces incidence of mobility disability. Another individual factor is social connection. Connected to a rich social context that fosters belonging and support vital for mental health and resilience. Relationship enhance emotional well-being and encourage healthy lifestyle choices benefiting the entire community. It is good for an elderly to have a good social connection with family, friends, and community because social connection is equal to health and longevity. Next factor is stress management. This includes individual personality that affects longevity, attitude to maintain positive approach in the face of life's adversities. Next is spirituality, that is religion as part of daily living, and the sense of purpose. Healthcare interventions greatly affects healthy aging. This includes vaccination. Immunization is particularly vital in older adults. Another important healthcare intervention is screening programs. Screening influences the course of aging by detecting health risks early, preventing complications, and promoting a healthier or more active life. That is, for example, mammography at 40 years old and above women, colonoscopy at 50 years old, screening and early management of conditions like osteoporosis, diabetes, and cardiovascular diseases can help to maintain mobility and autonomy, enhancing independence in the older population. It is also important to note the environmental factors that affect healthy aging, like global warming and pollution. The increase in temperature may pose health risk, and heat waves significantly affect elderly mortality worldwide. Exposure to fine particles is also a significant risk factor for premature mortality, respiratory and cardiovascular diseases, adverse pregnancy outcomes, cancer, diabetes, and neurological disorders. These are associated with accelerated cognitive decline and a heightened risk of major neurocognitive disorders, including dementia. Air pollution adversely affects muscle mass and strength. Another environmental factor is built environment that is modifying homes and cities. Like aging in place means creating adaptable, barrier free housing and designing living spaces with the mobility and health needs of older adults in mind. This allows seniors to remain in their homes for as long as possible, reducing institutionalization. So, we should have longevity ready cities because of the aging population in the years to come. So, for menopause that typically occurs between ages 45 to 55, this signifies a major hormonal shift requiring proactive, healthy aging strategies to mitigate risk of osteoporosis, heart disease, and stroke. So, the key approaches include a Mediterranean style diet, 150 plus minutes of weekly exercise, weight management, smoking cessation, and adequate calcium and vitamin D intake. So, key strategies for health aging postmenopause includes nutrition. This focuses on a diet rich in fruit, vegetables, and whole grains. Ensure adequate intake of calcium and vitamin D to support bone density, prevent fracture, as estrogen loss accelerates bone loss. Next is physical activity. Engage in at least 150 minutes of moderate aerobic activity or 75 minutes of vigorous activity per week plus at least 2 days of strength training to maintain muscle mass and bone health. Next is health screening and prevention. Consult with a doctor regarding screenings for osteoporosis and breast cancer, like these mammograms, generally every 2 years between age 50 to 74. Smoking cessation is critical to lower the risk of cancer and heart disease. For more infos and videos about menopause and healthy aging, please follow my channel and watch my coming videos. Thank you for watching this video and hello to all the golden girls out there.